So, I had the most interesting experience a few years ago when I took a what was it called queering identities course. It was called queering identities, and it was a gender course. And when I took this course, I had a revelation. I learned that I do not have a strong gender identity. My mind was blown. I was so taken aback by this knowledge when they started talking about gender identity. I had no clue of what the heck they were talking about. They were giving examples and everything, and it just did not fit in my mind that other people were walking around with these strong sense of gender identity. For me, I know that I'm a woman. I was born a woman and I was told I was a woman and fine with being a woman, and being a woman was cool with me. But to see other people, cisgender and trans people, have these strong identities that I didn't even know existed, that was mind blowing. So mind blowing, in fact, that I stopped the course. It was a online course through Corsica. You can still find it. It's still there. Great course. I highly recommend it. But I had to stop the course for a couple weeks because I needed to wrap my mind around the concept that gender identity is a big thing for some people. So I never had that frame of reference. And so I think that was part of the reason it was easy for me as a cisgender person to wonder why my child just couldn't choose something else, like an easier life. You know, why be trans and have all this additional um, hatred and harder life for yourself when, in my mind, you don't have to. There are some people who are definitely bigoted and transphobic, but I think for some other people, they just don't have that frame of reference. They don't have this strong identity, and people as a whole, we tend to think that our frame of reference is everyone's frame of reference, and we have to recognize that it's not. So, my experience with gender identity was not my child, and it's not shared by a lot of people. Once again, both cisgender and transgender people can have a strong sense of identity, and some of us just don't have that. We're missing that. And so it makes it that much more easier for us not to understand. So in my mind, when my child first came out, I'm thinking, hey, you're black, you are plus size, and now you're going to add something else. You're going to add trans. I'm thinking of it as something that he can just choose, or not choose. You can choose this or you can not choose this. So hey, don't choose this. But that's not what it is. That's not what it is for him. It is actually who he is in his identity. And I want you to hear me if you're a parent, because you may be in the same boat that I was in with this not strong sense of gender identity, having trouble understanding the perspective of someone that has a strong sense of identity, of gender identity. And when you have that stronger sense of gender identity, the socializing that's done from the moment we're born, it's not going to override who you are as a person. So the person can't simply, you know, go with the flow like you'd want them to. So, two important points to gather from my story is that to know everybody does not have the same point of reference as you. Know that. Everybody's different. You have to know that. And second, more importantly, this is the reason I was even taking the course in the first place, is because I started to see the humanity in other people. You have to always be open to that. Open to that other people are having their own human experiences apart from yourself. So always be learning, always be growing, and that's all.